Welcome to Junkin' Door Couture and More. My name is Nicole, the owner and creator over here. Welcome to my imagination. We don't do normal. Today I'm going to show you how to make a carrot using a styrofoam cone as well as some tubing from Dollar Tree. Come check it out. If you like what I show you, please be sure to go ahead and give me a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm always trying to come up with new ideas to share with you. Thank you and enjoy. I'm using some Rust-Oleum and real orange gloss and just spray painting a pre-painted styrofoam cone. I used a popsicle stick in the end to hold it. And I'm just going to use a floral wire here with my tubing that I had purchased at Dollar Tree at Halloween time. And I'm just going to use that floral pin and push it right into the end of the cone here. And then as I'm going to go around with the tubing, I am going to use hot glue all on it. And I'm only going to do this as I'm going in circles on the top and down the side just for until I can get it to roll. And you'll see, I'm going to speed it up here in a little bit just so that you can see exactly how I'm doing it. But as I'm going, I am holding it with my thumb on the tip because the hot glue is still hot. I'm kind of just holding it in place with my thumb or my fingers until the glue sets up. Just going around slowly and holding it, and I'm just creating a swirl at the tip of it. And I'm going to go all the way around this section. Again, holding it in place with my finger because the tubing does want to recoil back like it does. You have to wait for the glue to set up in place for it to want to stay there. The only thing holding it to the styrofoam is your hot glue. And when I put the hot glue on, I am trying to get it onto the piece of tubing in front of it as well as on the styrofoam itself. Grabbing it in two different places. Still holding it and trying to like pinch it into place to make sure it grabs onto the glue. Once we get down to the cone part, we don't use the glue nowhere near as much. I will use it just in certain spots just to keep it from sliding. But for the majority of the part of it, no. But at the both ends, there is a lot of glue that you need because that is what's holding it in place. I think we have one more time to go around here. And I genuinely hope you see how it's taking the tip into, not effect, but getting the coverage all on there. Nice and neat. You don't see none of the mechanics. And the tubing does hide the glue really nicely. As long as you get it up against the item that you're trying to glue it to. Right, now we're starting to just twirl it, it looks like. Some more hot glue to hold it. And I'm spinning the cone with one hand while holding it, the tubing in place with my thumb and fingers. You see my thumb is just, as I'm twirling it, I'm just pushing it up against the piece in front of it while holding the tip with my other fingers. All right, here we go. We're just going to start wrapping this bad boy now. And I'm just pushing up with my fingers as I go around. Every so often I'll grab the hot glue gun. You'll see it's not that often. Sorry I keep going off of camera. It's because of the tubing getting tangled. And I would just have to shake it to get it untangled. It's like every 3 turns I had to do it. And it did, I used 1 roll of tubing for this from Dollar Tree. So I like to point out when you're doing with the tubing, you can only find it during the Halloween or fall time. You don't see it in the spring, but this absolutely works as a spring color. So when you see the tubing available, I don't know of any place cheaper than Dollar Tree to get it, but sometimes it is worth it to have a couple colors because I see lots of different ideas with this in the future. Not just orange, but whatever color we can get our hands on, just because you don't know what this imagination's going to come up with. All right, so now that we're getting back up to the edge here, this is when I'm going to start doing the hot glue on every turn. And as I go around the edge, once there's no more styrofoam cone to go to, I'm going to start bringing it towards the front. So here you can see where I'm just putting the glue on the styrofoam, the flat part. And we're just going to go all the way around. Oh, I'm seeing where I had to hold it down with my fingers, push it. There we go. And here we go, going all the way into the center. And just like on the tip, every piece is going to get a piece of glue all the way around because this is the only thing that's holding the tubing into place. You could see in the base there, that was where I had the popsicle stick at. That's how I held it when I was spray painting it. This way I was able to flip and turn it. But that's going to get covered up with greenery and won't even matter. As far as greenery too, this is where you can use your imagination as far as whatever you have available. Fern would work, onion grass from Dollar Tree would work. Look at any of your leftover greeneries from flowers that you've used or vines, or look in your stash and just see if there's anything that could be used as a carrot top. You'd be amazed at what we already have available. And this is just the end of the tubing here. So like I said, 1 roll, 1 bag did this cone. And I was just going to use it up. Whatever I had left at the top, I was just going to fill it in, whether it be with Spanish moss or twine or whatever I had to, in order to fill it. It could have even been paint. And then your greenery on top of it. But I think this did pretty good. I didn't do anything other than just poke some recycled greenery that I had into it, and you'll see that here. I'm using a floral pin at the end, just like I did at the tip, just to hold it. And that is our carrot base. So here, I'm just taking, like I said, I'm recycling some it was from a basket that I had, and that became my carrot. Here's my finished product laying in the ground, laying up against the wall, which I think would be super cute if we did half of them, like sticking out of the ground. And here it is propped up against my gnome. Thank you so much for joining. If you liked what you saw, please be sure to give me a thumbs up.